In the world today is Sunday, February 7th, and we just finished our morning mass. Every morning we reflect on what happened here and the meaning of what happened here and the motivation behind everything that we're trying to do in order to give ourselves a strong spiritual boost and to hold each other up, not only in friendship but also in prayer. So we just finished our morning mass. This is just to update you a little bit on where we're at with things. As you know, our old hospital was destroyed. We thank God for the time of day, because a different time of day over 150 people would have been in there. But because of the time of day, it was just 5, and thanks to our team who immediately started digging, and didn't stop till the last one was out. Dr. Castro from Cuba was freed with serious wounds and medevaced to Cuba. Rochelle, a young American who was visiting Molly Hightower, was able to free herself, and she went through Guantanamo Bay back to the United States, organized by the American Embassy. Aaron was successfully rescued with serious injuries and was evacuated to Fort Lauderdale, where even today she's being discharged, thank God, from the hospital, and she'll have no permanent damage after having such a huge place fall on top of her, thank God. Very regretfully, we're still mourning the loss of Ryan Kloos and Molly Hightower. The government company has been clearing up all the rubble for there. We just pay for their lunch, and they've been cleaning up the place, and it's probably 60% trucked out of there. But last night with Father Phil Cleary, who's visiting for a few days, we went there with a lot of our staff, and on top of the rubble and making an altar out of the rubble, we offered Mass for Molly and for Ryan and for all victims in the country of the earthquake, and we did it as a sign of our commitment to rebuild and our trust in God and our trust in each other and our gratitude toward all of you who will not give up and will never give up on the work of NPH in the world, especially here in Haiti. Our medical work has been very strong, and in fact has taken most of our time. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of adults and children with severe crush injuries and traumatic open wounds, and we've been operating 3 ORs every day at our hospital, and another one that we've been staffing and running at the site of the Chameleon Hospital, St. Camillus, the priests of St. Camillus and the brothers of St. Camillus. So at each place, each operating room has been doing about 15 or 20 surgeries a day ever since. So there's a lot of people who are in disastrous condition that have gotten really good care. We've airlifted any number of children out of here to better care. 7 are going to Italy today. At least a dozen have gone to the United States already. Another one is going to the United States today. But we found really good link with care for receiving children outside, and that's continuing. We're seeing now a wave of operated people who still have problems, external fixators, infections, need for resurgery. That's why we still have so many tents on our lawn, because we're getting a new wave now of people with problems. So today we have, as part of our outreach, today we have a team going to Leogan, bringing food and water and medicines. We've done that. We sent a caravan, 5 trucks to Miraguan to help people organize through the house of the bishop was the center of the distributions. And Pharrell has made any number of trips to Fond de Blanc, and he was there yesterday delivering water and food. So we've been doing a lot of deliveries. We hope to focus a lot on the provinces where, since most of the help seems to be coming here to the capital, we hope to focus on the provinces as a large part of our distribution. We have teams going out every day which are working with orphans and vulnerable children. They're getting to know kids in the tent communities. At night we drive around and we deliver treats to the tent communities, cookies and things like that in huge quantity. And we have teams that go around the hospital at night singing for the children with guitars and using bubble stuff and playing games with them. And the teams that are out working with orphans and vulnerable children have set up a camp on our own property near the hospital here, where they bring many children every day for activities and meal. And they have another camp nearby, and we hope to put a lot of effort into having camps for kids that are displaced at the moment, so we can help them figure out what's next with their families, and so that we'll be able to receive ourselves the ones that we find out are not just displaced but are alone now in the world. So we have all these activities going on, and we do them with a lot of respectful memory and in honor of our dead, so many of our Haitian staff, and of course Ryan and Molly. In their honor, in their name, we double and triple the work that we're here to do anyway. So thank you for all your help. We can get a lot done with people like you standing behind us, sending all your messages of encouragement, which so many come, and firming us up with your prayers and your concern, and of course also all the material help that you're sending. So thank you very much. Last night we had Mass on the rubble of the old hospital, and we also had Mass on the rubble of the rented house of a former Pequeño, whose whole family was killed in that rubble, all of his brothers and sisters. And we deliberately made the altars out of rubble, and we deliberately stood at the ruin and on the ruin to give witness at Calvary, the very place of death, to give witness to resurrection. And this is the motivation behind our work as a Christian mission. Nuestros Pequeños Hermanos, our motivation is gospel motivation and gospel faith, which believes in the God who can bring resurrection out of the worst possible tragedy and disaster if we're willing to do our part in faith and in hope, and to do so with gentleness and kindness. So this is our motivation, and thank you for being part of the rebuilding and the resurrection of Haiti. Thank you.